we've seen that the work you've done, so this now goes onto the computer obviously for you to be able to read. So can you show us through?
Sure. So when I stimulated your brain and you got the response in your hand that was measured by the sensors, what we have is a waveform response that comes up. And I look at three things. So the first one, as you can see with the black line, so we're just looking at this waveform here. The black line represents when the pulse of the machine stimulated your brain. And so we look at the time taken between that line and the onset of the waveform. And that gives me an indication of how fast your nerves are firing. So that's the first thing we look at. The second one is you can see the waveform, and this represents the twitch in your finger when you felt the twitch move when I pulsed your brain, and that represents, well, for want of a better term, the circuits of the brain that are excitatory in nature. So what we have are nerves that excite other nerves and so forth to make your muscles move. And that gives us an indication of what we call the excitability pathway. But then also you can see after here, this is a flatline response. This is representative of the nerves that inhibit or stop other nerves from firing, and that's important for our nervous system to be a balance between excitation and inhibition. And so a healthy nervous system will have a good response but a good inhibition following it as well. So for us, the research has been based around comparing this waveform in concussion, and either acutely or with people who've been concussed over their career, to age-matched controls, with people who've basically never been concussed or played a contact sport.